Meldon, jak się masz? It's Polish Explorer on a Dartmoor again today. We are in Meldon. There is a few beautiful things around to see. However, I already discovered that one of those things will be not available due to the winter surface renovation. That's really a shame, because it is a quite prominent feature. Precisely, it is a viaduct that used to carry a train from London all the way down here, and we are just under. Unfortunately, under is all we will be able to achieve today, pretty much, because, like I said, it's closed and you cannot enter it right now. It's up to 46 meters at some points, quite high, 140 or 60 so meters long. I will probably give you later all the details. And yeah, it makes an impression. It makes an impression if you think that something like that would have to carry a whole train. It's a steel built. Right now, behind me, one of the pillars as you can see, the viaduct, well, has to be constructed because the West Okehampton river cuts quite significantly into the surrounding area. Here we got some structure. Just wonder, was it a part of the viaduct or was it something else? Next to the viaduct we got a beautifully located lake. All those areas around are still active quarries, so I guess they were created at some point pretty much due to the quarrying activity. You can see the rock face on the back of that lake. And we continue on our footpath. One thing I can say right now, it's a really beautiful area with few footpaths going in all directions. I mean, right now we are on a very wobbly bridge right above the Okehampton, West Okehampton River. Look at that, look at those beautiful trees covered in moss and lichens. Absolutely stunning and amazing view. And we coming to area area which most likely used to be a part of the quarry on the other side of the river. There was also a lot of mining going in this area. I think perhaps I will be able to locate one of the shafts that collapsed and is visible today. And here we are, far away in a distance. You can see the dam of the Meldon reservoir. That means we are in a flooding area. Can you imagine once all those once the dam breaks and the water starts rushing, once it picks up all those stones, that will be a carnage down the stream. Absolutely disaster. Okay, let's go back, because I don't really know if that area will take us somewhere, or we will have to go back here anyway to go somewhere else. That area can be pretty much encircled and lead us nowhere. Let's stay on a footpath for now. I tell you what, this is like a beautiful forest area with little meadows around. Beautiful for a picnic. Look at that. There is like a cave with the water coming out from it. I mean, look at that. Really shame I'm not a cave dweller and I don't explore this kind of stuff, but yeah, definitely the water is dripping. The water is dripping here, so it must come from somewhere deeper. Let me see what's down here. I mean, who would make the gate going into the river? Lambing and bird nesting. Alright. So that's obviously invitation to go somewhere. Let me see if we can do it. Oh, okay. Ah, okay, so that's another entrance into that funny area. Look how beautiful and picturesque place that is. And we got another little stream coming from the side. Wow. Dartmoor does not disappoint. Another tiny, beautiful stream. Look how old those forests must be. They're overgrown. That area, I think the whole Dartmoor is really created to be a scenery for a horror movie. Looks absolutely amazing, especially those trees overgrown with the green moss and tiny streams going down out of nowhere. It's beautiful. You will see more of that later. Alright, we are out of our enchanted area, enchanted valley under the viaduct, and we are now next to the car park, which pretty much makes us to do a loop little circular walk. Right now we're going to see the Meldon reservoir. Okay, so reservoir was built in 1972 and this is the very last reservoir built on Dartmoor, as far as I remember, on any river that goes on the Dartmoor, because there is a number of rivers that goes through and mainly take a beginning in Dartmoor, if I could remember. River Tobu, River Okehampton, mainly River Dart, which Dartmoor takes a name from. And here we are at the top reservoir. I got limited view from here, but you should be able to see anything. So yeah, it's not like massively big, but it is quite long and you can walk around. And obviously the view of the other side is always the more interesting one, on a dam. So yeah, you can see you can judge by yourself from the valley on this side. And the level of water on this, it's quite a lot of water in here. Again, this time of the year we got the sun not on our side, so we have to film majority of stuff in this direction. You can see a spillway now on the other side of the reservoir. And the beautiful valley, enchanted little valley with the picnic area and viaduct at the top. The area is just cut by different sort of footpaths, so right now we have to check which direction are we going, because like I told you before, there is a plenty to see around here and we need to make a decision what we gonna do today and what we have to leave for another trip. It's beautiful in here, really beautiful. Let me check the map, what's the situation and what we gonna do today. So I decided we carry on straight along the valley, which takes us again closer to the viaduct. Maybe we can have some nice beautiful footage. Also, right after viaduct is a working quarry. I hope I get some interesting footage of that, because it's really big. And also somewhere in this area is the mentioned mine. That shaft collapsed and you can see it open on the surface. So footpath is yeah, well, it's a bit wet today. I'm actually surprised, but well, we have to take advantage of pretty much the very last, what they say, a very last dry day this year. I mean this year, this time, for another 2 or 3 weeks I guess there will be no nice and dry weather. In the meantime, we got a beautiful view on something we couldn't see before from the other side, and there is also nice, like a foresty footpath. We went pretty much around it, without realizing. Look at those beautiful rocks. Look at the beautiful rocks on the side of that hill. We went pretty much behind it. And look at that. Ain't that beautiful? This is the area we're walking right now, and that's pretty much where the path to Highmoor starts. Now you can see the whole dam with the spillways right ahead of you. I would love to come here one day and see that water going over the spillways. That would be amazing. Now you can clearly see we are in what used to be a part of Quorry and now is an extinguished quarry. There was some significant digging going on here. So I was basically pretty right. That beautiful enchanted valley has been man-made. Here was probably some part of the quarry structure, because that stream is sort of like regulated by those walls that collapsing. I think it's time to see what can we see up there. I think we are enough close to the viaduct to try to fly. You can see the massive industrial scale, old style, nothing electronic yet. So yeah, that was a quarry. That was definitely a quarry. They were checking the loads here. And they just moved behind that hill you can see right now. So we're gonna seek the trick of flying up and filming what can be seen from the ground. Alright, we start climbing High Moor along Then a brook, and this is precisely where the mine shaft, collapsed mine shaft, is located. It's not far from here, so yeah, there was a, looks like that place is a quarry and mine in the same place. I have to be careful right now, because if that one shaft collapsed, there is a possibility it's not the only one that managed to collapse. Look at that completely wild area, absolutely beautiful. You can get off the footpath just closer to the stream, which in itself is beautiful. Look at that. We are absolutely lucky with the weather today. It's beautiful in here, although sun is relatively low, which is not perfect for filming. Now, where should we go? My map shows that we are okay. We on the way. There is quite a climb to make, because I didn't tell you that yet, but we are right at the base of the highest tor in Dartmoor, and if I'm not mistaken, also the highest point on a Dartmoor. Look at those. Look at those tiny waterfalls. Well, we are right at the site. You cannot see a lot from here, but trust me, that's where the shaft is located. I try to show you as much as I can. However, as it is always around the structures like that, everything is surrounded to prevent people from falling, because that really goes down vertically. I mean, falling into that shaft is probably a death, since it's pretty much like vertical, and for sure if there is a brook around, it must be flooded with the water. So that means once you drop there, you won't last long trying to swim. I mean, here is something that's collapsing, here is another another hole. Look at that. Another hole going into the ground. That area is really crazy, and that's basically what I was hearing about Dartmoor. You have to be careful in here, because in old times there was a lot of activity, mining activity going on around. So yes, it's pretty much advisable to stay on the footpath. Otherwise, if you try wild wandering around, you may encounter a place like that that quite recently collapsed, and yeah, no one even knows about it. No one even knows about you being here, and that may end up pretty badly for you. Okay, that is it for today. Now I'm going to find a passage through Van Brook, and we're climbing all the way up the highest tor in Dartmoor. This one you will see most likely in another episode, so don't forget to subscribe. I see you on another exploration, and high five!